Hi, Hamza. How are you doing?
Very good. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. So I thought I'll check in with you considering there's a lot happening with Turkey's economic situation right
Yeah.
now. And I have a few questions.
Okay.
So my first one would be, how would you describe the new Turkish economic model? Like, is it typical or is it different or what is happening?
It is different, of course. So basically, Turkey's economy model has been characterized as a different model in the past few years. So the policies that Turkey pursued during the previous chapter under the President Erdogan guidance included reducing interest rate in the middle of raising inflation, which deviated from the usual practice followed by other countries.
That's interesting. Now, despite of unconventional approach towards everything, were there any positive outcomes in the policies, you think?
Absolutely. During the past 5 years, Turkey experienced a huge growth in certain sectors like manufacturing, technology, and service exports. So what I mean with service export is that Erdogan has come with 7 sectors that are now considered as we are exporting services. So these services as like real estate, tourism, medical tourism, educations, exhibitions, and other sectors. So Turkey's GDP saw a significant increase, and there was a surge in new company formations and entrepreneurial ventures. And additionally, the lower interest rates helped to boost export, making Turkish products more competitive in the global market.
That's impressive growth.
It is.
However, did these policies have any impact on income distribution within the country?
Yes, of course. And so basically, there was a noticeable effect on income distribution. And while the economy prospered, there was also wealth transfer from the middle class to the entrepreneurial class. So more people are seeking to move into the business sector. This led to increase in income inequality, and of course, some segments of the society benefited more from the economic growth than the other ones.
It's crucial to understand motivations behind these policies. Why do you think President chose such an unconventional path despite of the potential risk involved?
So it seems that President Erdogan wanted to maintain the country's economic momentum and foster a thriving entrepreneurial spirit. In my personal opinion, I believe that the president is pushing more the Turkish people to seek and open their own businesses. And of course, that's helping the economy to grow by paying taxes, creating more job opportunities, and several other factors. And that's why he is encouraging new businesses to emerge and use the country's excess capacity, especially in the service export business.
Now that there is a new finance minister, do you think they're approaching differently than the president?
The current finance minister, Mehmet Şimşek, has adopted a more logical approach. He's aiming to restore the credibility of Turkey's microeconomic system by implementing stability measures. And this includes increasing interest rate, which a lot of people doesn't like because Erdogan was lowering the interest rate. And so Şimşek is trying to increase interest rate to fight inflation and making the central bank more independent. And the goal is to attract FDI, which is foreign direct investment, with a predictable and stable economical environment. I mean, that's how Şimşek is seeing it. And his expectation are centered around like the stability of the Turkish lira and attracting more foreigner direct investments and restoring the confidence of the Turkish economy. So I believe that Şimşek is focusing on implementing more logical policies to gain credibility in the global market and appeal to foreigner investors.
That Turkey's business approach has sort of changed over the past 20 to 30 years. What do you think is the fascinating part, or what excites you about it?
Look, I don't know how Turkey's business were in 20 or 30 years old because I wasn't here. But for the past 10 years, but even within this 10 years, I've seen a lot of reports, a lot of studies, a lot of research on how significantly the business sector changed. There is a huge shift towards a more risk-taking mindset, and I feel this on the street. I feel it with the Turkish people I know. I feel it with people who studied with me in the past. That people are more willing to operate on their own, to start their businesses, with new ideas and take more risk. And this spirit of having their own business is contributing to the country's economic growth, which I think is great.
We spoke about stability. I mean, stability is a crucial factor for any investor. How does it play a vital role in attracting more foreign investors in Turkey?
The stability of an economy is very important to any investor. And investors who are more institutional, I mean corporate investors, companies, foreigner companies who want to do business in Turkey, they seek predictability in their investment. People, they want to know, investor, they want to know, how much money they are gonna make from this country. So let me say I have $100 million, for example. I'm bringing it to a country that I'm not operating in. So why would I bring this $100 million? What are the numbers that I will be profiting and I will be generating from this country if I put this much money? So with the instability of the Turkish lira and what's happening with the central bank and everything and all these changes, of course, that doesn't give the foreign investors the confidence, and it doesn't make them sure of their investment. So all of this changes with increasing the interest rate, and what Mr. Mehmet Şimşek is doing with all separating the decisions from the central bank and making it more independent. I mean, the finance ministry and the central bank. That is given a bit of given some comfort to these investors.
Let's assume 10 years from now. What changes do you think you'll notice in Turkey's economic trends?
Turkey is becoming a more desirable country, especially that it has an increasing of people coming from different cultures, people coming from different countries. With this business spirit, the country is more likely to experience continued economic growth. While the pace of this growth may become more stable compared to the past, but Turkey is poised to be a country to watch out for in the global market.
You're right about the, different cultures coming together in Turkey. Do you think it is going to play any major part in Turkey's economic growth by any means?
With this rise of people coming from multiple cultures, it makes Turkey an attractive destination for foreign nationals, including businesses, investors, and people coming from various backgrounds to move in Turkey. And also it fosters diversity, and it encourages that innovation happens in the country. Moreover, with a growing international population, demand for products and services, of course, will be increasing, positively impacting this economy and the investment opportunities, I think.
Thank you so much for sharing the insights.
Thank you.
It was great catching up with you.
I think it's the first episode that you are hosting officially. I think, should we wait for more episodes hosted by you?
That would be exciting. I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much.
See you in the next episode.
See you.